Today, we're talking about resume tips. Stay tuned. Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is Zach with IT Career Questions, and welcome back to another Ask Me Anything. This is episode number 5 in the series, and today we got a question in from David. His question is in regards to applying for IT jobs. He's trying to make himself as appealing as he can to potential employers through his resume by putting down only relevant work with computers, networking, troubleshooting, customer service, and reception work. However, he was curious as to what he should put down when it asks about IT experience. This is a preview of my resume, and I haven't updated this resume in probably like 2 years or so it's a little bit outdated, but this kind of gives you that rough idea of what your resume should kind of look like and the type of information that you should share on it. Now, this is the beginning of the resume. So I have this information technology professional. The reason why I have this in my resume is because I want to stand out and that I am very customer service oriented and I have really good communication skills. So that kind of stands off right off the bat. Put it in the beginning. That way your employers will know, yeah, this guy says he has customer service experience. He likes to work with people. Let's see what he has to offer. Here's my areas of expertise that I think that I have. Now, you may or may not have those. If you do have some areas of expertise that you think you really excel in, I would put those there for sure. But next up is where we're talking about your technical proficiencies. And here I list, different operating systems that I'm familiar with and can manage, install, and on a day-to-day basis, just maintain them. Then I talk about systems administration. That's an area in IT that I am very familiar with. Managing servers, Microsoft Deployment Toolkit, Active Directory, SCCM. Those are all really big keywords that potential employers will see. They'll notice, they'll want somebody who has some of those types of skills. Then I list different applications that I'm familiar with. But going into what it is that you should put on your resume, what are you working on right now? Are you working on certifications? If you're working on certs, make sure you list those and give a timeline, but make sure that that timeline is definitely realistic. You don't want to say like, oh, I'm working on my A+ and I expect to get it next year. If you're working on your A+, you should be trying to get that A+ within a couple of months. If you don't have a home lab, you need to get a home lab. Whether you are just utilizing virtual servers or you are actually using physical equipment, it is strongly suggested that you build your own home lab so that you can get familiar with some of the more enterprise types of solutions and applications and just the servers in general. You can utilize your very own computer. You don't have to go out and buy anything necessarily, but if you would like to, go ahead and do that. But you can just set up a bunch of different VMs within your own computer. You can use a program like VirtualBox. It'll let you install pretty much any operating system that is out there. You can do Linux, you can do Server 2008, 2012, 2016. You can utilize that for many different things. If you aren't utilizing VMs or building your own home lab from spare equipment, you could be using a cloud platform service or some type of e-learning platform that has their virtual servers online that you can use, like practice labs and things like that, which brings us into the next one. What other resources are you using? So are you using online training platforms? Make sure you list those. Are you using books? You can list those books as well. Is there a specific YouTube channel that you go to learn the different technologies that you are seeking? Professor Messer is a big one in the world of CompTIA. So if you're doing like A+ training or Network Plus training, Security Plus training, Professor Messer is a valuable resource. So those are the types of things that you will want to list if you don't have any prior experience. These are skills that you are actually trying to work on your own time. But it is really important out of this list that we went over that you are utilizing everything that you possibly can. You need to be doing this stuff on your free time in order to get the experience that you just don't have. When your resume is being looked over, they will look for things like this. You already have customer service experience, which is huge for an entry-level job. So listing some of the things that you're working on is only going to help you in this process. The next part on our list is apply for everything. And this is really important because I know I get a lot of comments from people saying, well, I looked online and the job description said you need 2 to 4 years of experience, or you needed like this certification, or you need this, you need that. I don't care. And I've said this many, many times. The reason why you are going to apply for everything, and you need to make sure that when you are applying, it is entry level. It is an entry level job. That is very important to pay attention to. Apply for it. The reason for that is they don't like their applicant pool. It's just not working for them. It's not the type of people that they're looking for. So it might get down to you where, you don't have that experience that they're looking for, in IT, but you have that customer service experience. And what's really important about that is that you can be taught everything you need to know about an entry-level job. There's no way that you're going to know everything. There's no way that a lot of people are going to know everything and going into an entry-level job. However, being taught how their environment works is always going to be a process within an organization. You're always going to be trained on how they do things. So if you are somebody who is eager to learn IT, who has a passion for IT, and you make that very apparent in your interview, you can get the job just based on that alone. We just did an interview with Dakota, who just landed an entry-level job, who had no IT experience, no IT certifications, and no degree. He landed the role in an entry-level job because he has a great personality and he's a people person. He has great customer service skills. So if that's something that you have, you're already one step ahead. So that was this week's Ask Me Anything. If you have a question that you would like featured in a video on the next Ask Me Anything, please look at the description below where you can find a link and you can fill out the form and ask your question. If you guys have any other comments, questions, concerns, hit me up in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. As always, take it easy.